Friday night, sponsored by Erdinger. What a lovely place we're in. Spanish Caravan, look at that on the window. Remember, I got it wrong loads last time, I kept on calling.
And also, that's the wall, so you started off fantastically today, mate, haven't you?
We're going to go with this as good as it gets from me. Neil will be back next week.
From the window to the wall, that was a song, wasn't it?
I know it. We're here to talk about Liverpool Football Club, about Matters arising.
I've just burnt Erdinger through my nose and I can confirm it's a real hit. Just give me a minute.
Feel free to use that on your advertising. It's been a good 24 hours for the Reds. They're here, there and everywhere. But wherever they are in the world, they're scoring goals.
They are. Luis Diaz scored 2 headers, didn't he? And his dad was duly delighted. I mean, you couldn't script it.
Yeah. Past Ali as well, which is quite interesting.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a big
win. Let them in. He's like, yeah, of course.
He had a nice moment.
Yeah, very emotional, wasn't it, at the end, and rightly so. But I mean, at the end of the day, beating Brazil is no small deal. And Darwin scored this great goal, the sort of goal I want him to score for us 10 times.
Because he waited losing possession.
I know, and Darwin legs it and then slots one where that's the sort of goal he doesn't score for us because he loses his head at the last minute.
You can't wait to Newcastle when
Well, no, yeah, but that wasn't.
There was that kind of goal, wasn't it? It was that kind of thing.
It's more like the one he misses that Ryan Gravenberch scored against. Who was it against? Toulouse at home, where he does everything right, gets away from the Brown's the keeper,
and he hits the post,
and you go, oh, Darwin. But no, but it's a great finish. And who else? Szoboszlai got 2 assists.
Mo Salah got
4 goals. 4 goals.
To be fair, 4 goals but no assists. I was going to say because his teammates are, pardon my French, not very good at it.
I'll just take care of this.
Boys, just stay there. I've got this one.
Has anyone seen the Mo goals? I saw one which was a bit of a trap.
I've seen one which was a really nice cross, to be fair to these lads who Kev's just slaughtered.
I saw that one.
Stop clocks like twice a day, don't we?
That's the one that was sort of nice.
So just touch wood, no one got injured, did they, last night?
No.
Yet.
I think so. All the Man City lads are injured though.
Yeah, but I'm fed up of Man City lads being injured and then somehow coming back like with superpowers.
If we could have gone like
Have you heard this? I was reading about the Haaland injury, obviously piqued my attention, right? So he does genuinely go off with an ankle injury. And it's the same ankle injury he had playing for City. And you think, a recurrent ankle injury you've gone off twice for. If he was one of ours, you go, we're going to give him a rest till the fucking New Year or Easter, right? Yeah. Was them they go, the Danish manager goes, yeah, he gets them, they hurt, he comes off, but he feels right as rain within 5 minutes.
Because he's like he is a different breed. I mean,
he's also not quite right though.
But I also think they need him. You know what I mean? I think if Man City don't have Erling Haaland for the next few weeks, they're in real trouble. And
Rodri went off as well, you know, or
pulled
out.
But you know, just pulling back, like from if we look at, let's say Mo Salah does himself a damage somewhere. Well, we've got players, you know, and I think the extent to which our forwards options are so strong, which we're touching on with the amount of goals they've scored, I think we're all still processing that it's almost a throwback. We're almost like late 90s having loads of lads who kick it in the net because that's not the done thing. You know, you just want loads of little Bernardo Silva kind of players who knock about and can slot in. Cole Palmer, you know, all of these really good players, and I like.
Turns out he is really good, by the way. That Cole Palmer.
Yeah,
I think he's really good.
But there's quite a lot to be said for having 5 potential centre forward, 20+ goal scorer strikers.
It's very Man United.
Who you can all slot in.
Ferguson Man United. Do you know
it might just be our shortcuts or something at the minute as well.
I was listening to a show the other day, and Josh Williams' name, isn't it? And he was saying that generally over like the course of time, a goal equals a point. So if you get 90 goals, you generally get 90 points. And I think that's probably what Jürgen's looking at, thinking, we might have some like difficult times at the back, but we've got loads you can score the goals. But I think he's got the added bonus now of Virgil van Dijk's back to being his imperious best. He's got Alisson in goal. So now he's like, wow, this might take 150 points or something. Impossible.
I'd like to say to Josh, we beat Bournemouth 9-0 and got 3 fucking points.
Yeah,
United 7-0 and got lost to Bournemouth the week after.
But this season we're not.
I know what he means.
This season we're not doing that. This season we look like a side that can go 3-0, 3-0, 3-1, and we can go
very
and a 2-2 in there, here and there somewhere. And you go away going, 2-2 at Brighton, for example. That's disappointing, but we scored 2 in that game, and that's the reason we got a point. And we could have scored a 3rd goal. And ultimately, I think we've got goals elsewhere in the side now in a way that we didn't last season as well. You know, you can tell yourself Szoboszlai scores your goals.
Gravenberch
scores your goals.
He misses in that break.
Curtis Jones scores your goals. Harvey Elliott scores your goals potentially if they're playing games.
Curtis can score.
Trent Alexander-Arnold should score you more goals. Like, there's goals in this team, and I think there's just a world where you look back at it and go, well, of course the team with all of the best goal scorers won the league. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they?
That's what I learned in school, and it's happened. Just so you know, it's good to see the form across the team as well, isn't it? Well, that's what we're talking about here. That sort of the goal scorers are showing it by the fact that they're sort of kicking it in. But this is a crucial part of the season. The award-winning overview next week. BAFTA nominated overview. Sorry,
nominated but not won awards. No. So just nominated.
There's a lot of anti-Deck.
We haven't yet won a BAFTA. No, that's a fact.
Well, have got that.
But I have nominated it. so things, and the gutter is award-winning.
What award did you give that one?
It's award-winning. The gutteries.
The prices.
Stop asking for details, Kev. You know better than that.
Yeah. I'm thorough. My legal team are all over this.
Yeah, the BAFTA nominated overview, we'll talk about the fact that this is a crucial part of the season coming back. Start with the City game, but not just the City game. Fulham after that, which comes after a Europa League game that we want to win, the Chef U game. Now in a four-way relegation battle, of course.
I can't believe it's taken us this long. There's people going like that. There's people watching now checking the date going, is this the day that they've actually got the voice talks and we haven't even spoken about it yet?
Do not tune out what it is. It's coming.
I think from a Liverpool point of view, it just makes that Sheffield United game tougher, doesn't it, Rob? That's the only connotations for us.
No, I think Rob will do all right up front and you should do all right up front.
Your question is, hooray for everything.
No, the overview, the BAFTA overview will say that it's a crucial part of the season, so it's good to have all your lads firing, strikers and otherwise.
Yeah, it is. All the touching of the international break causes me great stress. The last one we lost our fantastic left back forever, and that's not, and the alternative is, it's not like, I don't know, if we lose.
Let's just leave that to the imagination. Yeah, we won't mention a name.
Okay, all that goes. But yes, it is a bit. There's the City thing to get past, and I think you sort of take a draw, although Dare to Dream win, but you don't want to get slapped by them.
That's the thing with City, isn't it? I'm not the only one for taking a draw, but I'm like, please just don't get beat, because it feels like we always get beat there now, doesn't it? We've got ourselves into on the sly, a little bit of a rut, and as you say, badly beaten there. And if we are talking
I mean, we got beat last season. We drew the season before and the season before that.
Didn't we?
You're right. The quadruple season.
You can prove anything with
the COVID seasons are 1 each, and there's the 2-2 in the season. And we're giving a real chase. You're real chasing at times in that game at 2-2.
I think it feels like draw.
That's a real Diogo Jota sort of things out game.
So maybe we drew a draw.
We're due a draw, but we're also due to turn them over.
Yeah, it's not since Klopp's first season.
Yeah.
What a win that was as well.
I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah.
That we get something there, something really positive. But even if we do take a beating there, there's a run of games afterwards. I'm not saying they're all easy, because we've got Arsenal and Man U at home. We've got Fulham and Chef U.
Plus we've just drawn with Luton.
And
we've got it in us, haven't we, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we have. But I think,
but Manchester City have lost at Wolves. They've dropped points, admittedly, in a hard game at Chelsea. But they are not. I think in all of our heads, Man City are already about 8 points ahead of us, and it's not. It's 1, and already. And B, they're on a trajectory to like 104 points. I think it's about 88 at the minute.
Do you not feel
they are not the super team that they have been, or that we imagine they might be. They weren't actually last season. That's the biggest indictment of Liverpool, really, is that they weren't last season, and we were in no fit state to take advantage.
You tell me they're shit every season about this stage.
They're 1 point behind where they were last season at this stage. 1 point behind.
I have to say, to use a cliche though, it really is about us.
Yeah.
We just have to put ourselves in position for them not being there. If we can go at
if we can do what we did in the 2 seasons we finished second, then we win the league.
We need to run at an 88, 89 point average, which is 2.25 or something like that. We need to run at that average, a little bit below it. It's the consistency. We've done 12 games, we've done fine. If the next 12 games are similar, slightly better, then we can say we're in it. And you know what? We still won't be far off City if that's the case. That's the bottom. We don't. I mean, of course we do. If we win, I was dying to watch that Chelsea game after we beat the mighty Brentford.
Yeah.
And what a joy it was to find out they dropped points. And but you have to earn the right every week to be
Brentford,
in that
who
position.
had beat Chelsea the week before that. This is we're playing good teams and dismissing them.
Yeah.
And Luton, I think there's a case that it's just a bit of a mad one. That.
Yeah, no,
it's an aberration.
is.
So look at the chances. Not even like I'm not going to go into XG, just the eye test of the chances that Liverpool have in that game.
What I'd say with that though is, have we won one away all season?
To Wolves and Newcastle.
Yeah, so
It's a very weird away
yeah,
season. This.
It is.
You'd like a little bit more evidence.
Do I have to be Neil Atkinson and say how many games Man City won away last season? There's not that many.
Yeah, but
Not
generally
the top
the
10.
bottom ones. So we've only played 2 of the bottom 5, and some of the others have played like 4 or even 5 at the bottom 5. But then, so you think, well, they've had it easy, but we lost.
We struggle more against those sides.
So you'd like them to win that. Anyway, we're going to have a little bit break here. There's an advert from Erdinger, and then we're going to come back and talk about current affairs.
And Erdinger, please. Stop! Don't forget the best bit.
So the little I know from newspapers is it's split into news and opinion. So Kev Walsh is going to give an opinion piece in a second. You're going to be Dominic Diamond. Did he have one in the start?
To be fair,
Dominic Diamond.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's a rock blast from the past.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who had a full page. When he used to
Can't be Brian Reid.
Brian Reid's a bit more. A bit more political than I think you're going to be. To be honest with you, you're going to shoot from the hip.
Yeah, you certainly am.
I was going to say the unsayable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's going to be silenced man who has a weekly column in a tabloid newspaper.
So where this is heading actually.
Was he Richard Littlejohn?
But in terms of, it's interesting because we talk about Manchester City, and one of the things that Pep Guardiola might be asked in his pre-Liverpool press conference, Steve, is about this Everton situation, and are you concerned about it? And I'm sure he'll give it a diplomatic answer. But I'm sure it's raised a few eyebrows over at Eastlands.
He should be asked, and I think it would be a bit of a failure of journalism if he isn't asked, and it would be a bit of a failure of everyone if what happens is, if he's asked, people go, Manchester City fans go, that's a disgrace. And also if he's asked, say, Manchester United fans shrug their shoulders, for example, because the oddest thing of the last 15 years has been Manchester United fans' delight in Manchester City winning league titles at the expense of Liverpool, as if Liverpool, who've won the league and the Champions League, and we can list the others, have been the real losers in the Manchester City. Yeah. Aside from the fact that they're their City rivals and the fact that they occasionally win a League Cup every now and again, since the Aguero goal, and the fact that the football community, we can't all come together at some point and go, well, these are the set of rules, these are the rules that have been breached, this is how it needs to be applied consistently. And where I've got sympathy with the reasonable end of Everton supporters at the minute is this being applied consistently if Manchester City it all just continues to be fine.
Yeah.
Is the odd thing. In a way, it would make more sense if it was Liverpool who'd sort of done what Manchester City have done, because you've already got, or Arsenal or Manchester United, because you've just got that brand. Even like Newcastle United, but Manchester City, there really is no skin in the game for anyone to not just call out what seems to be clear to everyone.
There's a bit of talk of political pressure, isn't there?
Well, yeah, and I think someone like Guardiola, who is unequivocally exceptional and very good at their job, is just such a smokescreen for them. Such a person who is able to field the questions and is able at times to be kind of passive aggressive and just divert them. It's not really much to do with me, this.
What he said last time, which I sort of admire, is that we can't be cheated because I won't work for us if we were cheating around here.
Yeah.
So
It's just he backed himself.
But it's like, it's brilliant. It's always brilliant.
I've gone through the books.
It is mad, and it goes back, the inquiry on them goes back to 2009. It's an urgent situation that this gets dealt with now. This is where I have massive sympathy with the Blues today going, hang on, what? I've listened to all the shit on the radio where they go, hang on, all the shit on the radio goes, well, Everton faced a charge, apparently, where City's is 112, therefore City's is going to take 112 years, apparently, before it can be adjudicated. But I'm not being funny. Well, City's, if they are literally, the book that has been thrown at them stands, everybody gets loads more titles. We get a couple of leagues more.
I'm not interested in
I know, I'm being glib here, but you,
Let's only go to 21.
well, I am.
I
if we get some leagues back, I want to open bus top tours for each fucking one.
Yeah.
I would go nuts for each one.
Storage should be good.
Yeah. We get everyone back, we redo it.
Go on, actually, you're talking
I want this City thing dealt with, and I don't. But even with the Everton thing, they've had the points deduction. Yes, there's going to be an appeal, but get it sorted quickly. There has to be some firmer rules within the sport that doesn't allow these things to linger. It's just making the competition a farce.
Even going back to say Marseille in the early 90s, that surely had to make everyone think, like, literally we're looking at a European Cup here that's been invalidated because we've not been hard enough on rules at the time and then we're retrospectively applying them. No one wants that. The Tour de France, when you look at, literally, if you don't apply the rules rigorously enough at the start, it's like anything, isn't it? Prevention is better than a cure. Cutting down on something when you can see it happening straight away, the fit and proper person test, all of the rules around who should be allowed to. You can see, but Newcastle United continue. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, well,
you two are sucking all
what
the
are
fun
we
out
meant
of
to do?
Everton getting tongued with this fucking point deduction.
Go on, Kev.
The same Everton, by the way. I know people are like talking about, like, what did you say, level heads Evertonians. They don't exist, by the way. These fuckers were singing Blue Moon when they were coming out of the ground. They went to fucking Tottenham and were singing we're going to have a party with Tottenham in the cup. You should have fucking liquidated them as far as I'm concerned.
But it's another good point. No, it's
I
another point.
I agree that City should be spanked. I don't disagree with that. But we've got to take our wins where we can. Because what's going to happen with City is eventually they might get like one season where they get a 50 million point deduction. So fucking what, you know what I mean? They'll still get, they might not win the league that season. They overall, we're like, when they get theirs, it's going to be exactly the same as when Everton have got theirs. They're going to get one thing, like one season where they probably won't be able to win the league. And then the next season it'll be back up to it. So, listen, as much as
You're not happy with the 10-point deduction then?
For the Everton one, I'll be honest, I'd give myself, I thought, I couldn't dream of 12 points, obviously, and then the fucker's got 10 points in the last 5 games, which is a living nightmare, isn't it? But lucky enough now they've been taken away from them. I'd set myself up for to go there, a 6-point deduction with half of it suspended, and then they get given this. It's Christmas time, isn't it? But you've got to hope that, my fear is now, that they sort of get that bunker mentality.
This is it. I don't think it's going to harm them. I think it makes it slightly worse.
Don't get me wrong, it couldn't have happened at a better time for Everton.
Yeah.
This is imagine if they'd done it last season. All we can open up was that the 3 relegated teams.
Well, that's it, because we were talking there about, is it fair the City get to go through all this sort of process and get these titles, and then it's sort of still going on. But the 3 relegated clubs, I think quite reasonably going, well, hang on, what good does that do us now?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Quite right. They are right.
They've cheated effectively. That's what's been decided.
Yeah.
They've cheated effectively.
Yeah. Why the Luton benefit?
Yeah.
Effectively,
and it's fair,
when really
and that's fair,
Leicester City, most of all, probably are
so
ones
what are we
go,
saying? Like,
why don't
retrospective points deduction and get them relegated?
They'll just sue them for a lot of money, essentially.
Retrospective points deduction.
But it seems a more fair punishment for all of these. If we're talking about taking City's titles away from them, I know the charges aren't exactly the same or whatever.
The problem with doing that, though, is, as Steve just said there, if
it's a bit like the VAR thing, where we've had you are more anti-VAR than I am.
I hate VAR.
Much more. Yeah. Whereas I am in favour of getting the right decisions. I think the system is fundamentally broken the way they've imposed it.
I think
but you're in a position of you can't celebrate a goal. Well, if you can't celebrate a title win without thinking.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't celebrate. But you don't. You can't take away the celebration that they had to win that title. That's gone now. So
what a celebration that Everton had to stay up last season. Yeah, they had a great time.
Yeah, so exactly. So they've still got that. The reason they can't take titles. Oh, sorry, not can't. Obviously, they definitely can. They can. All avenues are open. But if the Premier League do decide to go back and retrospectively remove titles, it's turkeys voting for Christmas, isn't it? Because it's the Premier League reducing the value of their own brand. The Premier League,
Italy though, they took all the Euros off.
Yeah, they did, but that was very much a one way, oh my God, we tried everything else here and we cannot avoid the fact that they've just blatantly all-out cheated. They've cheated in games. City could argue that financial fair play is just something that's been introduced years later to ensure that the people lower down the pyramid, and Everton, as I was just saying, don't ever have the chance to get with the big boys. And there's an argument to truth in that. City, I don't think will lose any league titles, because if they did the Premier League and then saying, well, yeah, we've made a mess of it there, and also our league is now not as all-conquering as before.
But this is how you lance the boil. They could relegate. Juventus is a great example, you know, where Juventus get relegated. At the time, that was crazy.
Not down 3 divisions.
Suddenly they're signing Jean-Alain Boumsong. Fiorentina went down 3 divisions. And or Serie C anyway, I think. But in the end, Serie A is probably better now than it is in a better standing in world football now than it has been for maybe 20 years. You know, we are at a point where there's been a regrowth where both Milan sides, I think, progressed quite well in the Champions League last season. You know, one got to the final, which was so really, like, they will not do themselves any favours in the long run by just allowing this ultimate Manchester City to keep winning the league, with you know, maybe eventually Newcastle joining them. Because that's just not. That's a fair point. It's just not what they've done, and it's been cheered on. And you're right, it's been cheered on by supporters of Everton, by supporters of other clubs, who are just happy in the very short term, and we've probably been them at times as well. You're very happy in the short term. What works for me right now, and what works for everyone overall, is a proper fit and proper person test, and just a proper set of clear rules that are applied sensibly.
I think you've always got to be moving. This is one of the reasons I am anti-VAR for a lot of reasons. I'm not anti-VAR, I'm anti the mistakes that are being made around it. I am pro better decision making.
We were two of the biggest fans when VAR came in.
Yeah, we've
suddenly gone on to VAR.
Well, I want better decision making. My blinkers are on. If somebody says to me in 5 years' time, do you want the decisions in football on an offside or a penalty to be better decisions now than then? I want them to be better. I don't give a fuck how you do that.
Because Liverpool we were seeing getting, you know, 3 or 4, because Liverpool are in the box more, Liverpool are in attacking situations more. Yeah, 3 or 4 occasions in each game when you're like, well, that penalty is not being given because you just don't get 3 penalties in a game, because Liverpool, and so sides could just tug, or they could do whatever to stop Liverpool.
But even if you're not parochial about it, you just go, I want better justice. So the direction of travel is, you can't throw VAR out. I've got massive reservations. I hate the way I can't celebrate a goal, etc. With the City thing, the thing that's talked about is, if you start redistributing titles, integrity of the competition, what does it say about the life? Are you invalidating the last 15 years of football? Bullshit, to my mind. You've got to move towards a situation where people aren't cheating and aren't, gaming the system. Football's a soap opera. No one's going to give a flying fuck in 10 years' time if City lost 3 titles retrospectively. 100%. We all live in an era where we might find out that, you know, the Evertonians, or the football decided Liverpool were all on asthma inhalers or something. It was a conspiracy that Liverpool, Klopp's hard-working sides were jarg and all this sort of...
Maybe City's commercial team are just on the inhalers. They've just got boss inhalers.
There's always the potential of rewriting history. So, the United team in the 50s, we've now found out that they were all taking steroids or whatever. Who gives a shit? We do give a shit, but the recency thing is important. Let's put it this way, it is actually, it's a soap opera, right? And it's just a new season.
It's all about the next thing.
It's just a new plot. It's like we don't believe corruption always happened in the past. It's you know what I mean?
It's also pure, because it's a pure sporting endeavour. I mean, the same as the Tour de France thing. Loads of the Tour de France's from 15 years ago were invalidated. No one really goes, I've been cheated there. They just go, who's going to win the next one?
Exactly.
You know, but what I want to know is that next one is clean. And that next one is...
Exactly.
We set what the idea of clean is. If we go, it's all right that Man City do that, then that's okay. But we need to, if we go, it's all right that
let's be on the same page,
then we all know what we're in for, at least, you know. And I think that then comes back to the idea that you don't then get the mess that you're going to have with the biggest mess for the Everton thing is literally going to be those relegated sides suing them.
Yeah.
Well,
this is what I want to say, Kev, to finish off, to cheer you up, mate.
Thanks, because I need it, by the way, because I thought we were going to do 45 minutes on it. And we've been talking about fucking VAR.
Well, here's the cheer you up. So, with City, I take the point, whatever happens, they'll be fine. I sort of take that point. I'm getting there. But Everton is still fucked.
Yeah.
And so Everton are in this mess because they're fucked, but they've not stopped being fucked. They've just They just fucked with the points deduction.
And also these new owners aren't getting on a great gang of lads 10
Well, they haven't even got them yet.
Nah, but they'll come in. Like, any other club in the world, there's no way 777 are getting past any of the checks. For Everton, mate, they'll get past.
So Everton are just as fucked as they were yesterday. They just got 10 points less.
Oh, thanks, mate. I feel better for that one.
Do you not think that...
No, Rob.
We never think.
Up the heads.